we can see that someone's coming on the right-hand side here. Somebody over here. William. There we go. So today, William, so we see William is a bit livid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow William down a bit so that he doesn't get too antsy and hyperactive. And I'm using 2 retractable leashes at the same time with one hand. You can see that he's clogged up a bit there. They're just wrapped around a bit. So I'm just going to hold William. And you see Lincoln is purposely wrapping himself around. So Lincoln doesn't understand physics. He does so on purpose, where he wraps around. So all I'm going to do is just going to push him back around. Lincoln, no Lincoln. So I'm just going to move him back here. Go Lincoln. Go Lincoln. This way Lincoln. All right, so now we're just trying to get Lincoln up and around. He doesn't understand. Okay, go Lincoln. No, Lincoln. Thank you, Lincoln. There you go. So we're just going to work him that way, and then there's William. So we're just going to slow William down just by remembering which thumb works with William, which thumb works with Lincoln. So when William pulls up a bit, we're just going to pull him back. He's 105 pounds, and then Lincoln is 160 pounds. And then later on, I'm going to bring out Sammy and David for a walk later on. So when William starts to pull up, you can see William starting to look at this guy down there. So he's getting a little bit concerned about it. So I'm going to slow William down a bit. You can see his hackles up as Lincoln starts to crawl slightly over him. So I'm going to pull William over to the... I'm just going to... Wait a second. What, Lincoln? I'm just going to bump Lincoln over to this side there. There you go, Lincoln. Okay. And then I'm going to go, Lincoln. Go, Lincoln. There you go. Thank you. Good job. There you go, Lincoln. So this way, just trying to keep them in order whenever I'm working with them with a retractable. And then as William starts to walk by, a little bit quicker. So you can see how he looked at me when he heard his name. So he knows that he needs to slow down. So he understands the context. So William, so he pulls over there because he heard the word SLOW, so he wasn't sure of the context. Usually that means to him to wait. So if he is doing anything that seems a resemblance of an acknowledgement of what I'm asking him to do, I will always use the phrase or the word or the training phrase, so that way he knows. So when I use SLOW, if it does not seem like he's actually made the acknowledgement, it doesn't matter to me as long as I mention it. So that way he still hears it in the context. So here he looks back at me as he starts to pull out on the lead line. And then as he realizes he gets to the end of the lead line, William will pull further. So he understands his proximity. Lincoln wants to go off lead, but it's daytime, so he can't really go off lead here. So we can see how William's starting to get a little bit faster. William, slow down, please. So in his way of slowing down is by letting us catch up. So he starts to pause and do things that are disingenuous. Him urinating is disingenuous. That is not even an insecurity issue. And we have a vehicle coming to the right-hand side, so we're just going to pull over to the right. Let's go to the right, please. On the right, William. On the right, William. So we're just going to pull him over to the right. And then William, so William knows that whenever we see traffic that we always stop. Stop, please. Stop, please. Wait, William. And I always touch William and have myself touching Lincoln and any of the other dogs if possible. Okay, let's go, silly. So this way it allows them to know that if there's any issues, okay, we're just going to stop again. Stop, please. Car coming. All right. So you're okay. So again, I'm going to keep touch. You see how they double check and all that? Hi, William. And again, that is to let them know that while things are happening in a difficult environment, like for cars, that I'm always there for them. So that they're not going to be nervous, because again, for a lot of stray dogs, cars are very dangerous. Like Sammy, she was run over by a car in Taiwan. So for her to understand the concept is a little bit difficult. Vehicle, so I stand and sit with her or squat with her so she feels safe. Okay, go, Lincoln. So we're gonna walk up towards a dog that's up on the corner, and this is a dog that William, Lincoln, and David, and every dog barks at, because that dog barks at them. They used to have an older dog that they left outside sleeping on a thin piece of carpet during the winter, and I don't doubt that they're doing the same thing with this poor young dog. It's a Great Pyrenees, a white one, and they get really upset. So what's happening here is I can see here that William is trying to pull forward a bit more. He's getting, if I don't stop William, he'll start pulling away. And when William starts pulling away, see, so we have the independence here with the two retractables. It allows William to be independent. It allows Lincoln to have independence if he wants to. Lincoln's still waiting for me to take his collar off, his leash off, so he can run off leash. And again, he knows we don't do that at night. So William has gone to the end of the lead line. So even at that point, he learns how to stop because the retractable gives him up to 26 feet of movement. So even when he has to stop, if I have to stop him, it is still lets Lincoln on the other retractable work it. And I'm using, again, both retractables, and you can see William, as he starts getting closer to the dog in the corner, as he starts getting a bit more upset. He becomes a bit more alert. His slowing down is only because he doesn't want to get pulled back. William. So you can see Hackle's raising up on Lincoln, and William. Lincoln, you're okay. Now they're concerned. So what normally happens in a situation like this is I will, wait William, Lincoln, I will actually give them a hug. I'll give them a reset. And so you see it works on all the videos. So this way I feel the respiratory status of them as well. Feel how their body is, if they're tense or not. See the paw positions, whether or not they have anything that's contrived. Like as for example with William, how he's standing perfect in the front end because he's waiting, but on the back end he's splayed. Same with Lincoln. He's splayed in the front a little bit, but in the back end, he's majorly splayed. So we're gonna go over here to William and give William affection. So the affection again is gonna give William the feeling. See how he looks behind him for danger? So I'll look behind him for danger. He looks to the right-hand side, I'll look for him as well, so he knows he's safe. The dog that's on the corner is gonna be a rather challenging thing, and we'll have, I'll have him on retract. You're okay, silly boy. I'll have him on retractable. Hi, Lincoln. So, we'll see the situation here. Hopefully I'll be able to get this on the angle. So with William, he's going to be needed to be calmed down. And so what I do is I start to bring William back. Yeah, there you go. So that's it. William. Right, so now you see he's upset. Stop William. So he comes to me for affection and for safety. William. So he's here for safety. William. His respiratory issues, everything are quite heightened. William, you're okay. Give me a hug. He's very nervous. You can feel him getting all weird and, nervous and frantic. Hi, William. You're okay. See how when I move, he becomes quite flinchy, hypersensitive. He's not able to concentrate. His back end, his paws are pulled, his legs are pulled right back on him. You're okay, William. And I'm going to hold him back when I let him go so he doesn't pull away because he's upset. See that? William. And so I'm holding him with the retractable at the same time, cognizant that if William runs and darts, I have to hold him. Now William's pushed up against me, right, which is that codependent behavior where he wants to feel safe. This is what it is. So the dog is barking, and as you saw earlier, 15, 17 seconds ago, William was quite livid. Hi, silly boy. So William will be livid again. William, you're okay. So he comes back to me again, nonverbal language. He wants to be safe again. Hi, William. You're okay, silly boy. So he feels safe now. I'm gonna keep it still, even breathing, regular tone. Hi, silly boy. And then we're gonna hold the lead back so that when William pulls away, he doesn't yank off too hard. So we'll see him as he starts to get livid with the other dog. William. Right, he comes back, looks at me here, see that? And he's gonna ask for affection. There you go, stop please. Stop please. So he wants me to protect him. This is literally what he wants. You just saw that. He came to me for protection. The last thing I'm gonna do is pull away and say, no, I'm not gonna protect you. I feed him, I cover him with a blanket, I give him hugs, I do everything for him. He expects me to protect him. You're okay, William. Hi, Lincoln. You're okay, William. So William's a bit livid. So we see the behavior as he starts to get wild and he'll start to look at me. So I'll calm him down again. No treats or medication. William, there he goes looking at me. Right, so there's that. And then Lincoln's behind here on the retractable. So Lincoln, see there he goes looking for me. There you go, William. So here it is again. So when Lincoln is lateral on the retractable, so I'm actually able to concentrate fully here with William on the retractable while being cognizant of Lincoln being on the right one at all times. You're okay, William. You can see him, he's quite upset. You're okay, William. His paw positions, see how they're splayed and uncomfortable? That's not normal, he's splayed outwards. So I'm just gonna walk him through. I'm gonna hold the lead back. Hi, William. 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 Right, so there he is. William. William. So I'm going, William. William, stop. 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 Lincoln? No. So I'm just going to give him affection. Here he is. William. William. Stop. Stop. Right, so he's kind of upset. William. William. Seriously. Stop. You're okay. You're okay. I got you. So he doesn't know how to process these emotions. You're okay. See, his paw positions are perfect. You're okay, William. You're okay. Hi, Lincoln. So I acknowledge Lincoln as well. So here he is. You're okay. You're okay, William. William hasn't seen this dog in over a month as well as with David. You're okay. Hey, William. So we're just going to hold him back. Right. William. 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 So you see him trying to get a little wild? William. Right, you see him getting wild. So then all we have to do, right? So we just carry him, bring him back over here. Right? So as they struggle. William. 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 He's 105 pounds. William. 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 So now the dog is right here. William. You're okay. So we see him a little bit upset. So we're just going to hold him still. William. We're going to hold him on the ground, just holding on the lead. It's just very relaxed. Very relaxed. William. 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 So you see how that fake move? William. William. And it allows Lincoln to still be able to walk by himself. See that? So then we'll just tell William down again. William. Stop. William. So again, he's 105 pounds, so I've got to make sure that I use only enough weight not to yank him off his feet. William. 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 So I have to hold him down a bit. He's quite violent. But if you look at his psychology, look at that. That's psychological. See that? William. Stop. Enough. Enough. Thank you. So he's going to get wild again. William. This way. William. Right, so we're just going to hold him through. See how he's upset? There he goes. And he's self-regulating now. William, let's go. That's self-regulation. William. William, let's go, please. He gets curled up behind me. He wrapped around me on purpose because it's a low self-esteem issue for William. Confidence issue. And there he is, he's self-regulating. So I'm going to call him over and give him a hug. Lincoln, William, give me a hug. William, give me a hug. So what the hug does, William, stop, please. He doesn't want to stop. He doesn't know how to deal with it. William, stop. So the other dog is out there barking still. And then I'm going to reset him again. So this reset allows me to reposition his body. It allows me to feel his respiratory structure, how he's breathing, how he feels in tension. He's actually relatively relaxed in his body, but on top of his head, you can tell it's quite violent. So the rest of his body is trusting me, so he's cognitively approaching the behavior that's over there. Hi, silly boy. There you go. I'm going to give Lincoln a little bit of a hug. You can see there's David. William, he's calming down. William, leave it, please. So I can just talk to William. There he is. Hi, silly boy. So we have that structure where the dogs understand. As you can see, there it is. There's no treats or medication. So what I'm doing is I comprehend William's unique personality, how he functions quite quickly. William, see, just talking to him. That's it. So he has cogency now. He can think through the circumstance. He can think through the circumstance because I've taught him to experience it. We can't get over something traumatic if we ourselves have not learned how to experience it. So for dogs like William and David and any dangerous or skittish dog, it's about teaching them how to accommodate things. Dogs like Minky are different because of the core aspect of their dysfunctions are quite basic roots. of psychology, which we have to address in a much different way. With William, see, now he's not concerned. He knows where the lead length is at all times. So again, having two retractables, right? So you saw that I'm controlling both Lincoln and William with a retractable on both hands, on one hand. It just takes a lot of practice. You subroutine what you're doing. It can be done. Obviously, I'm doing it, and I'm not physically coordinated. So again, we see how William is doing. William, he comes back to check in. It's a non-verbal language. As long as we're paying attention, we can literally do what, just wait, William, please. We can literally do what we just did, is to give William affection and calm him down from trying to attack the other dog that he hasn't seen in a month. This is literally the first time he's seen the dog in the daytime, just like it was with David a few days ago. Same dog. You're okay. When I let him go, he won't want to go. Okay, so he does want to go, so that means that he feels calm. If he stays with me still, it means that he wants to continue to feel safe. So again, we see this part here. See the William, slow down, please. And that's it. So if I give him just a slight little tug on it, I don't have to do much to correct him. Just a slight little tug. He's reminded, oh yeah, right, I'm getting to the threshold of the distance, or that my human being would like me to stop going forward so fast, right? So here he is again. So he can go across the street. So again, the retractables are excellent devices. I use them with my extremely dangerous dogs, my Danes, dogs that have attempted to kill people, Minky, skittish dogs. It allows them to have the independence. If you walk with a 6-foot lead with a dysfunctional dog, you have to follow them everywhere. In this case here, I can see where he's walking off. I see how he slows down just now, that behavior. I can see that at 14, 15 feet. I couldn't see that at 6 feet because he would be on the lead. Using a physical or lead line, long lead line, like a 20-foot drag line, that doesn't help because mechanically you have to pick it up. You're always constantly thinking about this, whereas this is a natural default. So by making everything streamlined, it helps the efficiency of the human being concentrate less on the bigger, on the little things, and they can focus on the bigger issues. So again, that's it. We really just have to give them affection. Because if your dog is expecting you to protect them and you do it all day long, you feed them, you do everything for them, it is logical. It's not even the psychological root structure of this. It's quite logical that they're going to expect you to protect them in the most critical time. And I prove it again just doing that with William. And that happens with Lincoln. Lincoln's like, okay, whatever, because he's used to it. They've learned that in those parts of emotional circumstances that they're unfamiliar with, which they would typically, dogs would typically core down to a predatorial behavior due to the unfamiliarity of the emotion itself. In this case, I helped William process through something that he would normally get angry about. In other words, I kept him safe. So that way he didn't have to go to the limitation of his anxiety or anger, fear, all these other issues that he feels threat of. He didn't have to go there. Instead, I calmed him down. I said he was safe. So then I taught him that in heightened situations when he feels threatened, then I'm here. That's why he would walk around and come towards me at all times. See, so we see here as we're walking with Lincoln, and we have William 20 feet ahead. So I do that on regular walkways, sidewalks as well, but I make accommodations and make adjustments for obviously walking in a smaller area. So when there's an airplane that goes by like that, so what I'll do is I will actually verbally point direction to it. So then when I do that, I identify the sound for them just by talking. All right, sorry about that. Bad reception, bad area. Obviously there's nothing out here. So I let Lincoln know that he's safe. I let William know that he's safe. The lead allows the dogs to have lateral movement wherever they want. So I can concentrate, for example, again, here's William at 26 feet at the end, and he waits because he now knows he's at the end, and I haven't had to struggle with him because we've done all the hard work. And then there's Lincoln, who's just casual out here. And okay, so reception really sucks in this area. So I leave the retractables on them, so it allows each dog to have independence. So again, there's Lincoln who's out here, and then there's William over here. And Lincoln again is used to walking off leash. So okay, let's go home, silly boys. So then when we head back, I'm always going to stand in the area before I turn back. So if I stay in that same area, then it allows the dogs to realize there's not an urgency. So how you'll hear sometimes people be told, oh, you know, if you see another dog, turn around and etc. What you want to do is you actually want to practice stopping in one location and then turning around. So you do that in a regular day, like even a situation like this, we're just gonna stop. So just like I was trying to wait for a reconnection on the data, I just stood in the same place so that when it's time to move, the dogs don't feel there's a threat because we spent time here. So in other words, I've said to them, we're hanging out here because I think it's safe. Hi, silly boy, Lincoln. I know, Lincoln, you want to go home? Let's go home, silly boy. So Lincoln wants a little bit of affection here, so he came over to me. So I'm going to give him affection. By giving him affection when he's asking for it, helps to establish and maintain our nonverbal fluency, reading his body language. Hi, silly boy. And then I use the tone so he can hear what I'm saying and maintain the... Hi, Lincoln. All right, sorry. So we should be okay because now I'm getting back in a better area where the Wi-Fi is a bit stronger. So we're going to be walking back to that dog that William saw. So it's not going to be as difficult on the way back because he's used to the dog the first time. Coming back, it's a longer walk as well, so he gets to feel a bit more anxiety longer, and it allows me to address it more often. And so here's Lincoln as well. Hi, Lincoln. Hi, silly boy. So he looks behind. I'm going to look behind with him just to let him know that I am also expressing similar concerns. Whether or not I see what it is that he's looking at, whatever he perceives is a concern for him, by me looking back and acknowledging it. See, there he is again. See, he's looking back there. Well, Lincoln, you're okay, silly boy. So it can be that little white truck way down there that's not normally in that area because this is a quiet neighborhood. So it makes Lincoln concerned. So I'm going to acknowledge it for him. So before the data reception went out, I talked about how there was an airplane going by and I talked towards the airplane. So what I do is I create objectification of a sound that the dog is unable to determine because of the cogency. Lincoln, sorry guys, Lincoln's going to go into a ditch area. Okay, so we're going to just pull this over. So now the question is how to get Lincoln up there. So the last thing I'm going to do for a senior dog is rush him. So he's trying to get up that hill, right? So everything has to be dynamic. Whenever I'm talking to, I can't just concentrate on one thing because the dogs are changing dynamically. So Lincoln, they're trying to get up the hill. I had to stay, just like I said about staying in place before I changed direction. I stayed in place so that way it did not make Lincoln feel an urgency to run up the hill. If I stood there and made him run up the hill, right, it started walking, he would have felt the urgency and he could have injured himself. And especially at his age and being a Great Dane, 160 pounds, an injury can be potentially fatal at his age right now. So when I see the airplane and the noise and all that stuff, I will look at it and speak towards it. So I create objectification. I create a directional perspective for the dog so that they understand that something's going on. And when they understand what's going on, then they can put rhyme to reason, because they see an airplane flying up in the sky. They don't know what the airplane is, and they can't correlate the sound because of the time delay, right? The distance. So then they hear the thunder and they don't know where it's coming from. So by correlating that, by objectifying the sound in the planes, then it teaches our dogs that eventually they learn, oh my gosh, the sound is just coming from somewhere and my human already knows what it is. So then it creates familiarity because then they don't become afraid. And so you'll see the videos where I have 7 dogs, 6 dogs. 5 of them are quite skittish, like Minky, and the fireworks are going off, and they're not upset. So you can see here, William is getting upset here, right? So he's going to start to look at me. There he is, William. So it's just simple behavior. So the other dog is barking now. So William needs help. So he's waiting for me. Stop, please. So these are situations where he starts to feel like maybe he's in trouble. Because why am I stopping him? Because there's the danger over there. So why am I stopping him? This is the reason why. To let him know he's safe, but he doesn't comprehend it. Hi, silly boy. You're okay. See his paw positions? It's completely contrived. Right? So the physical gait structure of the dog is very important. It's psychosomatic. Lincoln, stop, please. So I'm going to get Lincoln out of this grass where the other dogs pee in, because I don't really want that in my face. Hello, Mr. Lincoln. Hello, silly boy. And then there's William. Yes, William. So William understands chronological order, even though I started with him. And the chronological order is based on seniority, on when the dog arrives. So I talked about that in my lives yesterday, why that is important. So, hi William. So when William comes up to me, it's always going to be acknowledgement, because he's afraid. And see how far away that is? You can hear the dog barking. He's afraid already. So he's not an aggressive dog, right? Why is he afraid so far away? He's not dangerous because he's afraid. And why is he afraid? Then we start to determine, pull back the layers of his behavior by destructuring what the causes were and what possible abilities were that caused his dysfunction. I know for a fact from his rescue that he was left tied up to a tree in the backyard of a home in Mexico when the family left without him. So he's got abandonment issues. He could be there at night when the other dogs are barking, and he could have been normally an inside dog, which doesn't look like because of the calluses on his paws. Hi, William, see that? So you see how William's upset? Hi, William. So we're gonna look up there. And we're gonna look. William, see how he's concerned? He doesn't know where the sound is coming from. So again, acknowledging for William that the sound is here and that I'm keeping him safe. Hi, silly boy. Yes, William. And then Lincoln as well. Hello, Lincoln. William. So we hold William back a bit, right? Because he gets himself weak. So William's a little bit upset. All right, silly boy. So we're gonna walk him back. We're gonna walk him on the side here against traffic. And I'll just switch over if I can eventually figure it out. Okay, there we go. All right. So we have Lincoln over here. We have the dog up there barking his head off. And there's William. You can see his hackles raising up on his back end, right? So it's slightly on the front there. So that's a psychological process. It's not trying to show how brave he is. It's a psychological process. He's pulling full on the lead on purpose because he wants me to correct him. See, the minute he felt the tension, he immediately came over to me. So he's looking for the tension as a psychological process. So I'm just, Lincoln, wait, please, move over, please, Lincoln. So I'm gonna just spend some time with him. There he goes. So I'm gonna spend some time with, see how his paw position is? This is my foot here. See how he's skewered here? And see how he's nervous? You know? There you go, silly boy. William, wait. So I'm gonna hold him back, and I'm gonna give Lincoln affection. There we go, silly boy. So I'm gonna end up having to give William affection repeatedly. So this is one of the things that is very important when it comes to working with dogs that have dysfunction. Their dysfunctions happen, see that? The dysfunctions are happening quickly. Hi, William. So William's trying to get over to me, you see that? So he went over to Lincoln. William, stop, please. He stops because he's waiting for affection. There you go, see, okay. So we're gonna try to get him through. I'm gonna try to get him through without having to stop all the time. Okay, let's go, William. Come on, Lincoln. William. So he looks back at me, right? So now he also has to kind of grow up a bit. William. So do you see that? It's too much for him. So he actually stopped here, and I'll show you. So I probably won't be able to. Hi, William. So he literally stopped himself here. Hi, William. You're okay. So then I'm going to spend time with him because he's asking me because he says he's afraid. So he doesn't even want to leave. And the dog is right there. You can see, I can see him in the thing far off in the distance. So he's not afraid, is he? If he's hiding this far back, 300 feet, and he comes to me, 100 meters, he comes to me for help. This is what he's doing. Nothing's happening at all. Okay, let's go, William. So. William, you're okay. See how he pulls back on me a bit? You'll see that part? William, as he starts to pull back. William. So when he pulls back, I'm going to remind him. See, he's starting to get a little frantic here. Because now he doesn't know how to be in control of him. So William. So we're going to let him go a little bit more. Now it's too much for him. See, you can hear the crying. Wait, William. So we can hear that in his tone. I can see that in his physical behavior. So I need to immediately address those issues with William. Otherwise, it gets worse and worse. There you go, silly boy. Hi, silly boy. Hi, Lincoln. Right. So William's trying to get still frantic here on purpose. So we're just gonna walk him through. Okay, go, William. You're okay, silly boy. William. Watch out, William, right? So he's gonna get wild. And he's looking for me to hold him. So I'm gonna hold him, see? I'm gonna hold him, William. So we're just gonna hold him and walk him. So he's gonna get upset. William. And then I'm gonna put him to a hug position at reset. Okay, William. William. Stop. You're okay, William. So this is helping him self-regulate because I'm holding him and helping him process like we did the first time. William, you're okay. You're okay. William. Okay. Stop. Stop. You're okay. William. So we're just going to hold him back here. I'm going to walk him through. And then just give a little bit of correction. William. William. I'm just going to put him back here. So he's a little bit upset, so I'm just going to put him back. William. So it's enough. So I'm just going to walk him back here. William. So I'm going to slowly walk him back. It's a regular color. William. 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 You're okay. Thank you. So he gets upset, so I'm just going to hold him back here as he tries to pull through the race. William. So I just put him on a regular length of time. William. William. Stop. Stop. So I'm just going to calm him down a bit. Right? Because the first thing he thinks is he's in trouble. You see the paw position? He's on my foot. Oh, you can't see that. Stop. Stop. You're okay. William. So he's quite You're okay. Thank you. Thank you, William. So I'm just going to slow William. So when William starts to struggle, I'm just going to keep slowly working with him. William. William. So as he's concerned about it, we're going to slow him down now because we're trying to... There you go, William. So he was quite upset with that dog coming back. And we can see he's still upset with the dog that's right beside us. You're okay, William. You're okay. You're okay. So it's important that after he's had a traumatic experience, which is dealing with, this other dog that's making him scared, that I spend time to let him feel safe. So I'm gonna switch this over. William. William. I'm trying to switch this around. Okay, that doesn't work. So you can see William's quite livid. William, leave it. William. So as we see him starting to dart away, I'm going to slow him down a bit. I'm going to calm him down, and I'm just stopping him, and Lincoln stops by himself. I'm just going to calm William down a bit. There you go, William. Let's go, William. William. So then I'll remind William to go. William, no, William. And so that way, when he sees the dog again, it's going to be a bit more calmer for him because he's had the experience. So I'm just slowing him down so he doesn't pull so much. And he just has a regular 2-inch lead, 2-inch collar, just stuff to keep him safe. Hello, Lincoln. Hello, William. Oops. So then as William starts to get wild, we're going to bring him back in again. William. So it's important to maintain a semblance of, what was happening before, so that way he doesn't think that he's in trouble either. So whenever William does something like that, it's really hard not to be upset because he's angry with the other dog. So he's trying to go pee on purpose. And that urination is simply, see, he thinks he's in trouble. That urination is simply an insecurity issue relative to his type of dysfunction. Hi, Lincoln. Let's go. Hey, go, Lincoln. So this is how you work with two dogs. See, as William is trying to... William, stop, please. Because William is purposely dragging in. So I'm just going to put him over to the side. William, this way, please. Oh, he wants to look at the other dog. So Lincoln, that's not even funny, Lincoln. So Lincoln purposely wrapped around on the lead. Hi, Lincoln. Lincoln's angry because he's normally off leash. So as you see, William understands the length of the lead. So he has a cogency. He understands where he is relational to me. He understands what he is relational to the lead, to his distance, to how he is to us. That's egocentric behavior. William, slow down. Hello, Mr. Lincoln. All right, that's it. End of the thing. Now you see it works with William. It's kind of boring.